Hey y'all, I'm Rhonda. Welcome back to my kitchen. Tomorrow, me and old James Russell, we gonna be busy. So I thought I'd go ahead and get a little jump on our supper for tomorrow. And I've had a few of you ask for some crock pot recipes, and this is just the perfect one to share with you. And this is just gonna be some beef tips and gravy. Most of everybody's had that before. Ain't nothing crazy I'm pulling out on you, but I'm just going to show you how quick it is to put it together. Now the recipe, honestly, old-timey beef tips and gravy really don't call for mushroom and onions, but I do like mushroom and onions in mine, so you can totally leave it off. But if you're ever trying to stretch your little meal and you got more little eyes then you got beef, that's a great filler, but it also tastes really good. So I love me some mushrooms and onions and just about anything. First, I'm going to start with this, y'all. If you don't have these, Lord, get you some. And this is crock pot liners. Listen, I start all my little crock pot dishes, meals with this liner because it is just perfect for cleanup. This is what it looks like. Looks kind of like a little turkey bag, you know, the Thanksgiving bags. But this is just how simple it is. And look at that. Easy peasy. And whenever I get ready to put my leftovers up, I can just toss that over and don't have to worry about scrubbing. Y'all know, you've been there, scrubbing them pots, soaking them and everything else. So, no worries. Russ will put a link in the description, right, Russell?
I will. He'll
put a link, y'all, if you want these. But anyway, all right, now I'm gonna say I do these two ways, but chances are if you're putting this in a crock pot, you don't have time to do all the things. You can braise these first. You can cook them down in just, you know, a little dust of flour and cook them, but you don't have to. You can throw these right in, and this is just some beef, some little beef tips, and in they go. Just like so. Oh, all right, we're going to chunk that out. Now, I'm going to go ahead and give this just a little seasoning before I put all that on there. But you'll see how quick it is to just throw this together. Now I'm going to let this cook overnight. I'm just going to put some salt in here. And a crumb of salt. Got some salt and got some pepper. I'm just going to break it up a little bit. Get all them little bits seasoned. And now I have some Montreal steak season. You don't have to do this, but it is really good in it. So let's open up this big side here. Lord Jesus, I'm not even going to struggle with that. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to, you just measure with your heart. I'm going to put about 2 teaspoons. But you do you. Alright, now, you can use cream of mushroom, but I really do like the golden mushroom better for this particular recipe. And, you know, suit yourself. But, and I do like the Campbells. I don't even know that they have the offering of the golden mushroom, but this is really good. See, it's not like just the regular cream of mushroom, but you can use that if that's all you got. So we're going to go in there and just kind of mix this together. Just mix it. We're going to get all our little nickels and dimes out of there. Got one more can. Now I'm going to do 2 cans of these.
That smells good.
It's good. Golden mushroom is really good. It's a little different taste, but it's good. It's got a great flavor. Let's just go and throw that in there. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. That pepper's done. I ain't got with that pepper. Alright, we're going to give this another little stir here. And we're almost done. It honestly is that easy. Now I got about a cup of water, and I'm just going to fill this up. Y'all know how I like to get all the good. We're going to give this a little shake. Pour it right on top. Now look what we got going in there, Russell. This is going to make a really good gravy. And if for some reason it's not as thick as you want it, you could always make a little slurry. We're going to add these little onions on top. Lord, some good stuff there.
I'm going to be hungry in my sleep. I can see that now. I'm going to be dreaming about some food.
What's funny is we're going to wake up in the morning. This is going to wake us up. Because I'm telling y'all.
We're going to be starving. We'll be like, oh, I really eat.
It smells so good while it's cooking. I tell you, Mama used to cook roast on Sunday. And we go to church and everybody knew when we was having roast. Because it just has a distinct smell. But it smells so good. When we get up in the morning, we're going to be ready for supper. Now, I'm going to let this cook on low for about 8-10 hours. I'm just going to let it go low and slow. Now, if I needed this a little sooner, like if I got up in the morning to put it on and I needed it for around lunch, I would just put it on high for about 4 or 5 hours. And it's going to be nice and tender. It's going to be good. But we're just going to do low and slow because we ain't in no hurry for it. But, y'all, this is the perfect recipe for, when you don't have a lot of time. It is just perfect. I'm also going to put a little bit of butter on it. Let me wash my hand. I got something off of there. But I'm going to just put a few little dabs of butter. You can leave this out or whatever. But some people put oil in it. But that butter, honey, you can't beat that butter.
You can't beat butter.
You cannot. So I'm just going to do a few little pats and I'm going to do maybe about a half stick. I'm not even, nothing crazy. It's going to give it that buttery goodness. And, but anyway, like I said, this is the perfect little recipe for busy nights. You can just get up in the morning, throw it together. That's why I said, if you're going to do it in the crock pot, you ain't going to probably feel like getting up in the morning, braising this meat and all that good stuff. And it works out just perfect without it. So, in it goes, just like so. This is what it looks like. Russ, zoom on in here.
I'll do it.
Give it a little look. See, I just got my butter mixed up there.
She's looking good.
She's looking good. She's smelling good already. But it's gonna, I'm telling you, it's gonna be good tomorrow. So, in she goes, about 8 to 10 hours. We're gonna just let her go low and slow. And I'll come back and show you what it looks like when it's ready. All right, y'all. These beef tips cooked for about 9 hours. I got up early this morning and turned them off. I've just gotten them warmed back up because I'm going to thicken this little gravy up. Now, you can see in here, the gravy is not, super thick. So I've got my little slurry here.
Ooh, that smells good,
it smells good. And I have tasted a piece of that meat. And it is scrumptiddly-umptious. Alright, I'm going to show y'all. I just whipped up a little slurry of just some cornstarch and some water. But this is a little trick if you don't want any lumps. If for some reason you might have a little lump. First I got to take this spoon out. I'm like backwards and such. I'm just going to pour this in just like this. And it gives you smooth consistency. See all those little lumps you got left in there? A little smooth consistency. How about that? Now I'm just going to give it a little stir. And it's already starting to thicken that up. And we are about to eat this over some rice. Now this is good over egg noodles. It's good over mashed potatoes, biscuits, cornbread. It's good over anything. Piece of bread.
Yes.
Y'all know me and my bread. But me and James Russell's going to have some on some rice. I got us some little candied carrots in there. And this is what we're having today. So you ready to try, Russell?
I am ready to try.
All right.
Let's do it.
Let's give it a whirl. Y'all, you got James Russell a little plate here.
I am ready.
He's ready. He has said
This house
he's ready.
has smelled like goodness
for many hours now.
Yeah.
I woke up this morning, just the smell of that beef just in here, just cooking and getting happy. It was so good, smelling so good.
Yeah.
Now you're finally up.
I'm ready.
Get to give it a little taste.
I'm ready for it. We got to get a little bit of all of it here.
Get all.
Mushrooms and rice and
all the goodness.
It don't get no better than that.
Simple, easy to just throw together.
Y'all,
and
I'm telling you, that's delicious. Tender. Holy.
Let the crock pot do all the work.
Yeah.
That's right.
Fantastic. That meat is just falling apart, tender, melty like butter almost.
It is. It's so hearty and just one of those comfort foods that I always say it takes you back home.
Yeah.
I had spilled something.
She's been enjoying it, y'all. Look at her.
I don't know
She's telling on herself.
Listen, I don't know how gravy got there.
Oh no, we don't know how that happened.
Really,
God
I don't
forbid.
know. Must have been while I was a-dipping.
She's telling on herself, y'all.
No, I tell you. I done
She
been
might have got a little sample.
I done been all up in that, but I really
No,
hadn't.
she hadn't. She hadn't.
I must have done it because I was. It was
She was plating.
high
She was
dipping
plating it.
I don't know what I did, but I did it. I just felt it. But anyway, yeah, this is one of the dishes that'll just take you back home. And like I said, this brings back memories of getting up early on Sunday to go to church and smelling it. Listen, smelling roast to cooking and all the good things. But and this is excellent, I will say, on egg noodles and stuff. Over mashed potatoes. I mean, anything you put it on, it's good. You don't have to do the mushrooms and onions. If you don't like it, honey, leave it out. But if you want to stretch it,
I recommend.
Yeah, it's good flavor, and it also helps with stretching it and as a filler. So, and I love a little sweet carrot or something on the side. Y'all know I've done these carrots before, the candied carrots.
They're delicious. And I will even put those in the description as well.
Yeah.
I'll link that video. Yep.
He's real good about doing all that.
Yep.
I don't do none of this.
No, she cooks.
I
She's
cook.
the star, y'all.
No.
I just try to put it all together.
Bless his heart. Sometimes he has a lot of editing with me. But anyway, y'all, I hope y'all try this. This is just one of those good old recipes that's been around forever and a day. You may have ate it at your grandma's house or wherever. But I hope you enjoy it. I hope you try it. If you do, y'all know I love that feedback.
Yeah. And even with the talking, it took like 7 minutes to put that in the crock pot.
Oh, yeah.
With the camera running and talking and all that, it took like 7 minutes to
Dump
make
and
that.
go, baby.
Yeah,
Dump
so I
and
mean,
go.
you can't beat that. That's
No.
as quick and you can't beat that.
You can throw that together before you go to work. And honey, ain't nothing better when you walk in the door and supper's ready.
Yeah.
Nothing better.
Yep. You want easy. That's as easy as it gets right there.
That's right. Anyway, y'all, hope you give it a try. If you do, let me know.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
We do. And big hugs and love. And until next time.